Yeah, they are, man. Literally and figuratively, they're falling apart. First thing, literally, Amari Cooper, he might miss his third game because of sickness. CeeDee Lamb, he might miss an additional game. He's already missed 2 or 1.5 due to the concussion. Tyron Smith has been beat up. They benched Connor Williams at left guard, replaced him with Connor McGovern. He's really not playing any better. Zeke, at first, sir, reports he's not going to play because of his knee injury. Now Jerry Jones asserts that he is going to play through his knee injury. So literally, the Cowboys are falling apart. Now, figuratively, they're falling apart in the sense that they have lost 3 out of their last 4 games. Dak Prescott has played poorly in 2 out of their last 4 games. They cannot win or have not won dominantly and convincingly against a good team at home. You lose to the Broncos at home. Oh, you beat the Falcons. You think you got back right. Yeah. Then you come back and you lose again to the Raiders on Thanksgiving at home. The Cowboys are literally a bit of a mess, figuratively a bit of a mess. Coach currently has COVID. 2 other offensive dominant coaches have COVID. When you look at the Cowboys, it's just a matter of how much longer can you keep this thing afloat. Remember, y'all, they were 5-1 going into the bye week. They're sitting at 7-4 now with bad losses, not just losses, but some bad losses. So when I look at this Cowboys team, they are not who they were, in large part due to injury, but that's a part of it. When you get out of the game of football, oftentimes you lose your love for playing, but you typically lose your love for playing because your body betrayed you first. Physically falling apart is probably the majority of the reason that most players stop playing, not just losing a passion, but Gronk retired not just because he was tired of Belichick. He retired because dude had had surgery after surgery after surgery. Patrick Willis, he retired because he was having those foot problems. He was a beast. Luke Kuechly, he retired because of concussions. Being able to navigate injuries and navigate sickness and navigate health is all a part of navigating a career and navigating a season. Right now, the Cowboys are in the midst of a storm, and we're seeing them start to wither away, at least by record.
I like that. I like that. They're not falling apart, but I like what you just said there, because everything you said was tangible, and everything you said can also be replaced. And let's start with the replacement. Zeke, in terms of his production, can be replaced. It can. They have tangible reasons why they look like the sky is falling, but things that they can insert and stop the bleeding in this moment. Here's the tough decision they have to make. Ezekiel Elliott, no more, man. Take one of them stripes off your sleeve. Let's see how they salute you now. Because Tony Pollard is in the building. So for me, how do you fix a team that looks like it's falling apart? You simply do what you need to do. Next man up, and if we have that man right there, you actually assert that guy in the proper position. But you are giving it a picture and a painting that is funny to me because my son does this all the time. He hates when his sister, Araya, breaks his Legos. And I always tell him, Legos don't break. They just come apart. You can attach them once again. You give me Coach, he's out. He can come back, and he will come back, right? You give me CeeDee Lamb, Amari Cooper, they're gone. They will come back. You attach those Legos back to this, and all of a sudden, the sky's not falling. If CeeDee Lamb and Amari Cooper, and then you put Tony Pollard in because he's productive and he's healthy, and all of a sudden Coach comes back, all of a sudden they're not falling apart, right? You reattach those Legos. So falling apart to me is like, hey, you fell apart, and I don't think I'll know how to put you back together. We know the real reasons, the tangible reasons the Cowboys are in this position, losers of 3 of the last 4. It's because the team is just battled and injured right now. They will be fine going forward.
Let's run with that story for him, if you will, because a part of it is will you run out of time? And the only fear for me is more so will the Cowboys run out of time. I would assume that MJ gets distraught when Araya breaks the Legos, more so because either he won't be able to put it back together like it was prior, or maybe y'all are running out the house. Maybe he has to go to school. Maybe it's bedtime. Maybe it's nap time. So he's running out of time to rebuild what he had built. That's where the Cowboys might be. It's not to say that they can't get back into a 5-1 form, but will they run out of time? Will they continue to lose and all of a sudden you're a 4 seed, your first game is against the Rams, and the Rams snipe you? All of a sudden you're a 4 seed, somehow the Niners climb into this mix and the Niners look pretty good, Niners snipe you. Will they run out of time before they can rebuild what they once had built? Because 6 weeks into the season, everything looked great, and now everything is to some degree damaged. Can it be repaired? Surely. But can the replacements do as good a job? I don't know. Michael Gallup, he's a top-flight dude, but he ain't been what Amari Cooper is. Cedric Wilson, when he was playing behind CeeDee, behind Amari. Cedric Wilson looked like a dude, but Cedric Wilson and Michael Gallup have paled in comparison to Amari Cooper and CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah.
I'm with you on Tony Pollard, and we're going to talk how Zeke needs to be on the bench later in this show. But can Tony Pollard do it when he has to do it all himself? I think he can. What if he can't? They benched Connor Williams at left guard for Connor McGovern. Look at all the beat writers' tweets. Look at their post-game pressers. Look at all the beat writers' stories in Dallas. I follow them. They were like, man, you just replaced one error for a different error. You replaced one post-snap penalty for a pre-snap penalty. So I don't know that the Cowboys will have enough time to rewrite the ship if they can right the ship again at all.
No, I think they definitely will right the ship. Like, I'm just more optimistic about this team. One, because I know they're going to get healthy. And then once they get healthy and everyone comes back, their plan A is actually on the field. Why wouldn't they have success? They had success early part of the season with their plan A players. So now they're in a situation right now. Imagine you hungry, Acho, and you walk into the kitchen and there's nothing there. Versus you're hungry, but stuff in there, it just doesn't match, right? Ham, no burger. You know what I'm saying? Lemon, no egg. You know what I'm saying? You're sitting there like, damn, that's the Cowboys right now. Stuff just ain't matching right now. It's like they're going to go shopping, and then they're going to come back with the groceries. We're going to have that ground meat. You know what I'm saying? And then mama going to sit there with that Lowry seasoning, and it's going to work out just fine. And MJ is not distraught because we ran out of time, we running out of the house. He's just stingy and selfish, and he's got a sibling rivalry. He don't like his sister that much. That's how the game goes. Let's talk about this, though. You talked about navigating through and being tough or not tough because of physical injury, and that's why most players retire. It's interesting. There are players, and I don't know how it occurs. Some players are just injury-prone, and some players are not, no matter what. I had my boy, I always talk about Dennis Northcutt, never had a surgery. I don't think he was ever hurt. Played like 10 years. He's 105 pounds. It's like, dog, I had a surgery every year, and I was big, fast, strong, all that kind of stuff. But the thing is the navigation through it all, and that's all this is. How many teams, we can name them, we can list them, have went through ups and downs this season? And how many of those you can actually apply that to injury or just subpar performances when healthy? The point is, the same way we talk about the Green Bay Packers, oh, okay, no matter who's hurt, who's playing, they still perform, it seems like. And then there's another tier of teams. Well, when they're missing some guys, not exactly the same team as the Dallas Cowboys. And there's just some teams, no matter who they put out there, just ain't going to get it done, right? My point is, once the Cowboys attach those Legos once again, I think you're going to see fully formed Voltron. They're going to go get it.
The question then now becomes, what do they do in the interim? Because when I think about McCarthy coach teams, I remember, 2014, they start 1-2. That's when Aaron Rodgers says, relax, RELAX, spells all that out. They go on to make the playoffs. We know that. They get to the NFC Championship game. 2016, Packers start off 4-6. Aaron Rodgers goes to the podium. We're not going to lose again. They don't. They go back to the NFC Championship game. They beat the Dallas Cowboys in Dallas, if I am not mistaken. That always came from within on that organization. But it also came from Aaron Rodgers' just blatant cockiness and just unmerited arrogance at times. Dak Prescott doesn't have that, which is why we love Dak Prescott so much. Dak Prescott never goes out there and says, I'm a bad man. Dak Prescott will never go out there and tell everybody to relax. Dak Prescott is Mr. Company Man. Say all the right things, maintain humility at all times, and that's why he is so lovable and so likable. But when you are so lovable, so likable, and so humble, that might not necessarily help you get your whole team out the mud because they might need that arrogance and that confidence like Rodgers displayed, because you're not going to get it from Mike McCarthy, your head coach, because the Packers never got it from him. So in the interim, while we are waiting on the Cowboys to get back right, Dak Prescott's still there. I think Dak Prescott's going to have to do something that he's not even wired to do, or at least hasn't shown an ability to do or desire.
Yeah, but that unmerited arrogance, it's almost like sizzle, no substance. And I understand that Aaron Rodgers is substance and sizzle as well. But Aaron Rodgers been in the league 13, 14 years, whatever it may be, as a starter, 2008.
As a starter, 14, I believe.
Yeah. How many championships? Let me stop putting S's on stuff. Championship, right? 1. And Dak Prescott's like, look at my results, dog. Like, my results are so close to someone with unmerited arrogance and MVPs, and he's in arm's reach right now. Dak Prescott, say what you want about this team, still has the top-ranked total offense, second-ranked scoring offense. This team, in those 3 games we keep talking about, 2 of the last 3 games, 30-plus points. They have the most 40-point games this year, tied with the Buffalo Bills. Like, all I know is, and that's going through the roller coaster ride. When everyone gets healthy, they might get healthy at the right time, at the prime time, right into the playoffs. Then we'll see what they can do.